दोस्तों वेलकम बैक टू माय स्ट्रीम। आई एम तरुण बख्शी। Hope all are going well. So let's wait for few minutes. Hi guys, hi buddies, hi all. Is there anyone who is to connect with me? Today we are again going to start the third chapter of the book from Jules Verne. The book name is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. Basically, this books I had already told about the book. Again, I'm repeating. So basically, this book is about the adventure of sea and scientific discoveries of the sea. In this book, so we are going to learn how different kind of creatures are present in the sea, and people when see them first time what they think about them. So in previous chapters we read about the sea monsters. Basically those are not the monsters, so the people called them the monster in the medieval time and previous uh, uh, in the early 18s. So the species name is whales. Currently, we know, but the people at that time never ever see the whales uh, before. So when they saw the whales, they think about that the whales are the monster. But and they made some perception about the whales, and the government of US and other countries. Also, hi buddy, how are you? Can you drop your name in the chat box so that I can interact with you? So I'm starting from the starting that here we are going to study a book. The book name is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, that was written by the writer Jones Valley. He is from the France, and the book is about the sea adventure. uh, and in this book we will going to learn the creatures of sea, and how different kind of creatures live and species live in the sea. So previously we had already covered two chapters of these books, in which uh, the author told us about the uh, monster of the sea. Basically, that is not the monster. That is a largest species on the earth. Name is whales. So, in the early 1800s, people first time saw the sea is this monster named whales. The species is known as whale. So they think about the species is a monster because that is too much giant. Can you all write your name in the chat box so that I can interact with you and connect with you? So, and also drop your uh, place and country so that I can know from which country you are. Hi, I am Tarun Bakshi, and I am from Haryana, from India. So today I am trying to connect and connect with you and enhance my speaking ability in English, uh, because we can read the English uh, in a better way, we can listen the English in a better way, but cannot talk in English because we hesitate more time. So to make it more connectable and uh, more easiest, I am also taking the help of a book. The book name I had already said to you, that book name is 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. So I am starting the chapter number 3, in which also I will connect with you in between if you drop any message in the chat box, so that I can connect with you. So the third chapter I am going to start. The chapter name is uh, I form a resolution. So the writer said, the saying in this chapter is that he made some resolution about the people's perception and the discovery of the previous researchers about the sea monster. So can you please drop your name so that I can connect with you? It will be a two-way communication between us, because one-way communication is very hectic. So thank you for joining me. Now I am going to start. So in this chapter, writer is saying that 3 seconds before, I will give you the small context of the previous chapter. So in first chapter, there are writer said that he said that the people of that time saw the which subject. This is not the subject. This is a novel written by a French uh, adventurist or a scientist. Uh, he was also science student. That's why I am saying him scientist, because he also spelled him as a scientist. So the book novel name is 20,000 Leagues, and the writer name is Jones Verne. Jones Verne. Yes. So in previous chapter, first chapter, people discovered about the whales, and in second chapter, writer went to the America or US uh, to make some clarification and his resolution about the research of the different people about the whales, that it is a monster or not. So in this chapter we are going to read the writer's resolution. So writer is saying that 3 seconds before the arrival of J.B. Hobson's letter, I no more thought of pursuing the unicorn that of attempting the passage of the North Sea. 3 seconds after reading the letter of the Honorable Secretary of Marine, I felt that my true vacation, the sole end of my life, was to chase this disturbing monster and purge it from the world. But I had just returned from a fatiguing but I had just returned from a fatiguing journey, weary and longing for response. I aspired to nothing more than again seeing my country, my friends, my little lodging by the Jardin des Plantes, my dear and precious collections, but nothing could keep me back. Actually, these are the words from the letter. So I am reading the letter written by the Honorable Secretary of Marine. So, hi, how are you, Chetan Singh? Can you please write your city? How are you? And how are you doing in your life? Uh, can you ask some more questions so that I can interact with you? Sorry, I have been distracted. So, going back to the chapter. So, uh, I forgot all fatigue, friends, and collections and accepted without hesitation the offer. Captain Nemo would had stayed underwater permanently if he knew this was the guy explaining his life story. Okay, I'm not explaining the life of uh, his life story. I'm just first time trying to read the some novel, because previously, hi man, because previously I had never ever read such kind of uh, novels. So this is my first time. So just trying to uh, connect with some new world of the reading, just like that. So again, going back to the chapter. So beside in the letter, besides thought, keep it up. Thank you, buddy. Uh, thank you so much. So besides thought, I all roads lead back to Europe, and the unicorn may be amiable enough to hurry me towards the coast of France. This worthy animal may allow itself to be caught in a seas of Europe for my particular benefit, and I will not bring back less than half a yard of his ivory halberd to the Museum of Natural History. But in the meanwhile, I must seek this narwhal in the North Pacific Ocean, which to return to France was taking the road to the antipodes. Conceal, I called in an impatient voice, concealed by my servant, a true devoted Flemish boy, who had accompanied me in all my travels. Download the easiest screen capture screen program. Free trial. I liked him, and he returned the liking well. He was quiet by nature, regular from principle, uh, sorry, regular from the principles, jealous from habit, evincing little disturbance at the different surprises of life, very quick with his hands and apt at any service required of him. And despite his name, never giving advice even when asked for it. Conceal had followed me for the last 10 years wherever. Sorry for loose connection. So going again. Conceal had followed connection. So going again. Conceal had followed me for the last 10 years whenever science led. Never once did he complain of the length or fatigue of a journey. Never made an objection to pack his portmanteau for whatever country it might be, or whenever far away, whether China or Congo. Besides all this, he had good health, which defied all sickness, and solid muscles, but no nerves. Good morals are understood. This boy was 30 years old, and his age to that of his master as 15 to 20. May I be excused for saying that I was 40 years old. But Conceal had one fault. He was ceremonious to a degree, and would never speak to me but in the third person, which was sometimes provoking. Conceal, said I again, beginning with feverish hands to make preparation for my departure. Certainly, I was sure of this devoted boy. As a rule, I never asked him if it were convenient for him or not to follow me in my travels. But this time, the expedition in question might be prolonged, and the enterprise might be hazardous in pursuit of an animal capable of sinking a frigate as easily as a nutshell. Here there was matter for reflection even to the most impassive man in the world. What would Conceal say? Conceal. I called a third time. Conceal appeared. Did you call, sir? Said he entering. He said while he was entering. Yes, my boy. Make preparation for me and yourself too. We'll leave in 2 hours. The writer said. As you please, sir, replied Concealed quietly. Not an instant to lose. Lock in my trunk all travelling utensils, coats, shirts, and stockings, without counting as many as you can, and make haste. The writer said. And your collection, sir, observed Concealed. So, is there anyone? Captain Nemo had stayed underwater permanently if he knew this was the guy explaining his life story. Okay, so they will keep them at the hotel. Hi, buddy. Can you write down your name in the chat box so that I can connect with you more gradually? Hello. Uh, so going to the back to the chapter. So they will keep them at the hotel. We are not returning to the Paris then, said Conceal. Conceal said these words. So writer said in return, "Oh, certainly," I answered evasively by making a curve. Will the curve please you, sir? The concealed said. Okay. Oh, it will be nothing, not quite so direct a road. That is all. We take our passage in an Abraham Lincoln. As you think proper, sir. Coolly replied Conceal. Coolly replied Conceal. You see, my friend, it has to do with the monster, the famous narwhal. We are going to purge it from the seas. A glorious mission, but a dangerous one. We cannot tell where we may go. These animals can be very capricious, but we will go whether or no. We have got a captain who is pretty wide awake. Our leak, our luggage was transported to the deck of the freightage immediately. I hastened on board and asked for Commander Frigate. One of the sailors conducted me to the poop, where I found myself in the presence of a good-looking officer, who held out his hand to me. Monsieur, Monsieur Pierre Aronnax, said he. Himself replied I, Commander Frigate. You are welcome, Professor. Your cabin is ready for you. I I bowed and desired to be conducted to the cabin destined for me. The Abraham Lincoln had been well chosen and equipped for her new destination. She was a frigate of great speed, fitted with high pressure engines which admitted a pressure of 7 atmospheres. Under this, the Abraham Lincoln attained the mean speed of nearly 18 knots and a third an hour, a considerable speed, but nevertheless insufficient to grapple with the gigantic cetacean. The interior arrangements of the frigate corresponded to its nautical qualities. I was well satisfied with my cabin, which was in the after part opening upon the gun room. We shall be well off here, said I to Conceal, as well by your honour's leave, as a hermit crab in the shell of a whale, said by Conceal. I left concealed to the stove, our trunk conveniently away, and remounted the poop in order to survey the preparation for departure. At that moment, Commander Frigate was ordering the last mooring to be cast loose, which held the Abraham Lincoln to the pier of Brooklyn. So, in a quarter of an hour, perhaps less, the frigate would have sailed without me. I should have missed this extraordinary, supernatural, and incredible expedition, the recital of which may well meet with some suspicion. Uh, but Commander Frigate would not lose a day nor an hour in scoring the sea in which the animal had been sighted. He sent for the engineer. Is the steam full on? Asked he. Yes, sir, replied the engineer. Go ahead, cried Commander Frigate. So, as the chapter ended, and here we came to know that the author and his assistant Conceal was gone to the journey to see the sea monster at the other shore of the sea with the captain of the ship. So tomorrow we will start the next chapter of this book. Again, thank you for joining us, and I hope you also are going to start new opportunities and new learnings of your life. And I also recommend that be happy and always try to connect with other peoples, because loneliness always gives you anxiety and nothing else. So, hi guys, can you drop your name in the chat box so that I can uh, connect with you in more better way, and give you the thanks for the connections. So thank you so much for the connecting with me. And here I'm going to end this stream. Uh, Tomorrow I will try to come up with the next chapter with more energy and interest. So keep it up, go ahead in your life and do the better things. Never be shameless on yourself. Thank you.